What's up guys, it's Nick here, and today we're covering the final installment of the video series. We've covered in the first video the basics of light, and in the second video we covered the exact wavelengths and how they interact with our body. And then today, quite exciting, we're going to jump into some of the ways that you can hack your light environment in order to be healthier and to feel better. So just to jump straight into it, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is ultraviolet light. And that was, just to give you a quick reminder, that's on the left-hand side with a higher frequency than the visible light. So that's the type of light with a lot of energy, often associated with things like sunburn, but it is actually very important for some processes. We already spoke about the conversion of tryptophan to serotonin. That happens when UV light comes through your eyes. So if you are someone who lives in certain parts of the world, and if you look at this picture over here, you can see what's called the D zone, that's for vitamin D zone. And if you're above or below that band, then there tends to be quite a high prevalence of low vitamin D levels in these regions, and that's because people aren't getting exposed to enough UV light. So the first method that we're going to be discussing is to use a narrow band UVB light. So ultraviolet is quite a wide spectrum of light, and there are different benefits associated with different parts of it, but the one that's going to give you the most bang for your buck and have the lowest risk is to use frequencies within the UVB range. And you want to be using something that's narrowband in order to get the most benefit in quite a small frequency. So the frequencies that show the most benefits are between 311 and 313 nanometers. And these are things that are going to be associated with increased vitamin D production, decreased inflammation, as well as improved mood, as we spoke about it converting serotonin. And with these kinds of devices, you want to be doing 5 to 10 minutes a day, and then 2 to 3 sessions a week is enough. I personally am quite a fan. I've been looking into one of these for myself and Holly. We're about to move out of the D zone from South Africa. We're going into UK in the next week, actually. And in England at the moment, I know there's no UV light present. So what we're going to be doing is getting one of these ray minders. You can look them up. They're available off their website. It's rayminder.org or off Amazon. And all the instructions and everything on there. Quite easy to set up for your home usage. Then in the previous video, we discussed red light therapy and how it affects us. So I'm not going to go too much into that and rather just give you a bit more practical advice that you can use today. So we did discuss the different frequencies of wavelengths that hit the peaks, basically, that help to stimulate your cells to make more energy. So what we're going to be touching on today to give you a better understanding of red light therapy is dosage. So red light therapy isn't something you should just put onto yourself and then do maybe 15-minute session, 20-minute session without maybe giving it a bit of thought. What you want to understand is how much energy is being delivered to your body. So the dosage refers to how much energy is received by your body per square centimeter. So it's measured in joules per centimeter squared. Now, depending on what benefit you're after, you might be wanting a different dosage. So for superficial things that you're targeting, such as like skin issues, anywhere between 3 and 15 joules has been shown to have benefits in the research. And then if you're looking for deeper things, things like joint pain, inflammation there, then anywhere between 10 and even on the extreme side of 60 joules in one session can be used. So it's quite simple to figure out what the dosage is of your session. You just need to make sure that you're using a reputable brand of red light therapy devices that gives you the power density measurement and at varying distances. So I'm going to go through 2 examples quickly now just to give you guys an idea. And on the left of the screen, you can see I've pulled up the information for the mitochondria MyLight panel. And the formula that you use is really simple. It's dose equals power density times time in seconds times 0.01. So just to give you an example, if we were going at 0 inches and the power density was 60 milliwatts per centimeter squared, then you would be getting 60 times 60 for seconds times 0.01, and that gives you an energy delivery of 3.6 joules per minute. Then if you went at 3 inches, same formula, but then instead used 12.1 milliwatts, you would get 0.7 joules per minute. Now, where this becomes really important is, you might look at 0 inches and say, okay, you're getting 3.6 joules per minute, and if you want skin benefits, 3 joules, you only need to sit in front of it for a minute. But what's really important to understand is that you want to kind of draw this out, not too long, but you want to be aiming for 10 to 15 minutes at least, maybe even 5 minutes if it's for skin, that's all right. But the idea is that you don't deliver all of this energy in one go, because your cells actually have to have their antioxidant capability has to keep up with the processes that you're stimulating with the red light therapy. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to get skin benefits, then I would say you would go for 3 inches and deliver 0.7 joules per minute, and then maybe make sure you do that for 5-10 minutes rather than just getting one quick burst of energy at 0 inches. And then the last thing that we're going to touch on today is blue blocker glasses. And these really aren't too complicated. People make them out to be these special tints, and you pay a lot of money for some of the more reputable brands. But it's really easy if you want to understand the wavelengths that they're blocking out. Then a red lens tends to block 100% of blue light and even some green light. So those are really good for getting you into the deeper phases of sleep, because they're going to make sure that you're optimizing your melatonin production. The only problem I have with red lenses is they don't tend to give you much clarity. So what I've found is that whenever I've used red lenses, I tend to want to take them off, or there's just this non-compliance with people when they use red lenses, because you can't look at your food, you can't look at a screen, you can't see anything really. So it's basically, it'll do its job, but it's just not that user friendly. Orange lenses tend to be the most commonly used, and there you can get anywhere between 85 to 95% blue light is blocked, and these still do. This is actually what a lot of the research does use, is amber or orange colored lenses, and these still do have an effect on improving your sleep quality. And then clear lenses, these are the ones that they look clear, but they've maybe just got like a film over them, and these block 10 to 15% of blue light. These are really good for daytime usage. So if you're on a computer screen or under artificial light during the day, and you don't want to be getting that excessive concentration of blue light exposure, then a clear lens is really good. It'll help protect your eyes, as well as maybe help with anxiety just from that excessive stimulation of blue light. And then that's what we're going to end with today. And then, well, a bit of an announcement basically to do with blue blocker glasses. So Mitochondria, we're actually going to be launching our own range of blue blocker glasses. And just to show you guys a lens, so we're using what actually falls in between the orange and the red lens. I'm very proud of this. I used to have a blue blocker company before, and we used to do the orange lenses, which blocked about 95% of blue light. And over the last few months, we've been working on this tint, and this blocks out 100% of blue light and even some of the green light. And it's not that, horrendous red. You can still see through them, and they still have a really great impact on your sleep quality. So for those of you who are interested, we're going to be launching a range of blue blocker glasses on Monday. If you're in the group Circadian Warriors, then you'll get the link. And basically from Monday to Friday next week, we're going to be having a week-long sale of a discounted price for the launch of these blue blocker glasses. And then I want to again say a huge thank you to everyone who was part of this video series. Such great questions from you guys and feedback. I really enjoyed making this contact and speaking to all of you guys as we went along with the videos. And if you guys, again, have any questions from today's video, you're welcome to drop them in the comments section below or send them through to me. And we'll be sure to answer them. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take care.